Remember who we are. We're the United States of America. All right? God save the Queen, man.
Biden's visit to Connecticut did not go over well with everyone. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like my channel, like my content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link in the description box. Everything is appreciated. I see new people coming on board the last couple of days. I appreciate you. Without you, this doesn't happen. That when it comes to even viewership and subscriptions and anything else, without you, this just wouldn't happen. So I appreciate every single one of you who comes here. But let's talk about this. Now, if you remember a couple of days ago, I did a video on Joe Biden video. He visited Connecticut for the Safer Communities Summit, which is a playoff of the Safer Communities Act, which was an anti-gun bill that quite honestly does nothing to address the actual problem of violence, but they prop it up and use the same propagandist talking points to push it. Well, he came up to Connecticut and didn't disappoint with his usual gaffes and blunders, and quite honestly gave a speech of falsehoods and provable lies. But as I said, it didn't go over well with everyone. So I want to go ahead and give you a little insight to the other side of the fence.
Jen and Brent, Uhart falls on Hartford and West Hartford territory, but GOP leaders say that the president and Democratic leaders should take their message into the north end of Hartford if it's truly about saving lives.
This is not a Bill of Rights, it's a Bill of BS to these people.
On the heels of Governor Ned Lamont signing his signature gun bill into law, a presidential visit to the Nutmeg State. Before President Joe Biden's motorcade left Bradley Airport, about a dozen protesters carrying American Trump 2024 and Don't Tread on Me flags, expressing outrage against Connecticut's weeks-old new gun law that builds on laws passed in the wake of the Sandy Hook shooting and most notably banning open carry. Former West Hartford City Councilor Joe Visconti says open carry is necessary for protection in Hartford.
People are being preyed on in the inner cities. They're not safe down there. And so I'll put it on my hip with my holster and my nails and stuff. And if they're a criminal, they're not going to come near me, my truck.
Earlier this week, a Capital City clerk reportedly shot a would-be robber in self-defense, leaving a suspect in critical condition. Visconti pointing to that incident on Tuesday as one of several reasons he wants the new law challenged constitutionally.
Criminals don't carry guns. Criminals don't telegraph that they're going to commit crimes. This law is against law-abiding citizens.
Maria McNamara says she's standing against ideals supported by Biden.
The people that we don't want to have the guns are people are going to use them wrong.
Biden gathered with families of mass shooting victims inside Uhart for the Safer Community Summit, but Connecticut GOP leaders say his visit does nothing to address ongoing gun violence in Connecticut's inner cities.
It's simply about optics and to try to make people feel good. It's not going to do one thing to solve the problem that we see in Hartford and around the state and around this country.
And the Connecticut-based Citizens Defense League is also reacting. We're going to share their reaction coming up in our report at 6 o'clock. We're live in West Hartford. I'm Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
You heard that and you saw that. Now, it was a small group of people, and that's unfortunate because you really can't get people to come out in support of something unless it directly affects them. So I applaud the few people who did go out there. I didn't even know they were out there, but good for them, and I applaud them for coming out and speaking out against it, and for politicians in this state who stand up and say what he is doing is a bunch of nonsense and it's not going to work. And especially Hartford, another one of those cities that are just absolute violence going on on a regular basis. And here's some facts, and I've played this video before. If you rank, as far as gun violence goes, United States, out of 193 countries, United States is like 186 in gun violence. If you remove the 5 most dangerous cities from that tally, Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, if you remove the tallies of dead from that, you will find out that the United States is 3rd in gun violence. 3rd. What do all 5 of those cities have in common? I don't have to point it out to you. Okay, you know what the common thread is with all those cities. Decades old Democrat, progressive, radical progressive leadership. But once again, coming back to here, as you saw, not everyone was on board with Biden coming here. And once again, they called it the Safer Communities Act. They called this a Safer Community Summit. And the only answer that they have for this safer community is to tell good people what they can and cannot have under the guise of safety. How many times have we seen repeatedly that when you make laws that only the law-abiding will follow, they are of no effect to the actual problem that you're trying to solve? But then again, they're not interested in solving the problem of violence. They're not interested in gun violence, whatever violence. They're not interested because they need that violence. They want that violence. They thrive on that violence to pass laws that do nothing but denigrate the rights of the individual in the Constitution. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.